I don't even know what cloud meet. It's recording.
Okay, we're recording.
Okay, yay! All right, well, hi guys. I don't even know who all is on, but hello to everyone. If you don't know my name and who I am, my name's Kenzie. So let's see. I'm really excited about the topics tonight because when I first started, they're not something that I knew about or did or really knew the benefit of, but turns out I'm kind of passionate about the things I'm going to talk about, which is kind of ironic because passion is a word that we use a lot in Plexus. So anyway, let's see. We have 3 topics. It's not going to be that long. Honestly, I do have a stack of books here, but we're going to talk about personal growth and development, some books to read, and then who to follow on Facebook. So let's get started with the books. First of all, I'll talk about the network marketing books. And I don't know if anybody out there is like me, but when I joined Plexus, I didn't know really anything about network marketing. I'd never done any network marketing company before, so I didn't know how legit this business was and how amazing it was. Oh, Kim has her stack too, if you didn't see. Your stack might be bigger than mine. I see some books I don't have, so maybe you can share at the end. But the ones that I have that I've really found beneficial, I will show to you. The first one, most people are probably familiar with. Can anyone see video? We have a question. Can y'all see me? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm getting some head nods, so I'll just continue. Sorry, Amanda. Hopefully you figure that out. If you can't see, this book is called Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins, and she's actually with a skincare company, but she's just like an amazing person in the industry to follow. She was a former teacher. Now she's like probably one of the top earners in her company. But anyways, this book, oh, okay, sorry, I'll ignore the chat and let someone else handle that. Let's see, this book is awesome because it gives her story, and then there's practical ways to like promote and present and to close the deal with people, which these are all things that were super valuable to me because coming into it, I had no idea. I was just talking to people like, yeah, you want to try it? Here's my website. Here's how you order. Turns out there's better ways to communicate with people than just sending your link and, you know, crossing your fingers that they're going to order. So this book kind of walks you through it. Now, I have read through this myself once, and then we did a book study, and I have lots of like tab pages and highlighted stuff. So what I like to do is when I'm reading through something and I see something that like really applies to me, or like, ooh, I have a situation like that with a person, I like to just mark my place in the book, turn it over, go to my computer or my phone, and like reach out to that person right then and there instead of being like making a mental note of it. So that's something that I found really helpful when I'm reading books, is when I find something that applies, just go ahead and apply it right then and there instead of like forgetting it, because I'll forget it for sure. What's the next one I read? The next book I read is Go Pro by Eric Worre. This book is really cool because he basically he solidified for me, like, well, both of these books really, just the legitimacy of this business, you know, of network marketing. I forget the numbers, but network marketing, if you don't know, does like double the amount that the movie industry does in a year's time as far as sales. So that was impressive for me to find out. But anyway, the title is about like just making this a job, like go be a professional in it. So that book is super, super helpful. There's 7 steps to become a network marketing professional. The next book that I read, and this was in the past couple months, and this one I heard people talk about, and I thought that sounds really interesting, but for whatever reason, I didn't pick it up for a while. And then finally I did, read through it in like an hour, driving to someone's house and blew my mind. It is the four color personalities for MLM. This book, if y'all don't know about this book, everyone has a different color, like a dominant color that applies to them. Like for myself, I found out that I am pretty red. So I am like self-motivated. I like to be a leader. It's also, you know, you might be called bossy. I've definitely been called that before by people. But anyway, but what I found is not everyone that I talk to is red. So not everyone cares about the same things that I care about. Other people like yellows are helpers. And so you really want to talk to them about the amount of people that you can help with this opportunity and these products. So learning how to communicate with the person that you're prospecting is super, super valuable. I also learned that my husband is super green, like so green. And so it's kind of interesting as I was reading through this book, everything that he was saying about green people, I was like, babe, this is you. You are so green. So anyway, that was super awesome to read. This book, this next one, I just got last week, and I'm about halfway through. Go for No. This is great because there's an illustration in the book that talks about most people think of themselves in the center, and they think on one side of them is success and one side is failure, and either you're going to go one way or the other. But really, they use the pendulum of like it's you, and then you go through failure, and you have to go through failure to get up to success. So this is just really good for your mindset, I think. So those are 4 books that apply directly to our industry of network marketing. The others that I wanted to briefly discuss are more leadership books. And this first one is actually really helpful for mindset. What to say when you talk to yourself. This book is by Shad Homestetter. This book was actually published in the 80s, and so like it looks pretty old and everything. They haven't like updated the cover or anything. But even though it's like 30 years old, it's still, everything in here is still super valuable. So it just talks about like choosing your thoughts and not allowing your thoughts. Basically, you can outsmart your brain with your thoughts. So this is a book that I tend to leave by my nightstand, and like when I have, when I'm not quite ready for bed or something, but I'm ready for bed, I will read a few pages of this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really bad about like starting a book and then like starting another book. Sometimes I have like 3 or 4 books going at the same time. It's kind of confusing. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is another book I'm reading right now. Christina gave me this book, actually. It is by John Maxwell, and I really enjoy reading his books on leadership. This one is The 5 Levels of Leadership, and it is really good. You kind of categorize yourself as what level of a leader you are, and level 5 is the top, and I'm definitely not a level 5 leader, but I've enjoyed going through that. What I really want to do with leadership books is I like reading books with other people. I'm like an old lady in the book club at the library or something. Like I just want people to come and talk to about what we're reading. So okay, another book by John Maxwell. I actually got the workbook edition of this one, is The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. This would make an excellent study. I think this team has actually gone through this as a study, but it would definitely be fun to do again. Let's see, any thoughts about it? Don't remember a lot of stuff off the top of my head about it, but it's good. This book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book was super interesting because he has 2 different dads, his real dad and then like his dad that he learned all of his like money sense from, and his well, I don't want to give away too much, but his actual dad was like college educated, had a good job, but was in a lot of debt. And his rich dad, that he really learned a lot of his business sense from, didn't have a lot of formal education, but he was like, the way that he thought about money was super valuable. So I learned a lot from this book, like the differences between liability and assets. And so that was super cool. Let's see if there's any other notes I have on that. Sorry, I have to keep notes or I get sidetracked. I think that was it for the books. Any other comments or questions on the books? RDPD. Oh, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Yes, I think I read that on a road trip. I liked it a lot. So when I started Plexus, I honestly didn't read many books. The books I read before were for nursing, and that was just like required reading. So I've gained a lot from the personal growth and development that I've done from the books, and I can definitely tell a difference in my business when I'm reading a book, like a leadership book, for example, on how my mindset is or how I talk to people on my team, or if I'm reading a network marketing book, how I'm talking to my potentials or whatever. I can definitely tell a difference. So don't write off the reading because it is super valuable. So let's see what else. Sorry. Who to follow. We did books. Okay, now we're just who to follow. So all of these people that I follow on Facebook, I also go to YouTube and check out their videos there. I really enjoy listening to different videos. I'll listen to leadership stuff or just people that are successful in network marketing, or then specifically Plexus people. And anytime I'm in my car, I'm listening to something. If I'm getting ready, I listen to something. If I'm cooking or cleaning up, like I love to listen to things. I absorb information really well that way. So that works super great for me. So some of the people that I follow on Facebook as well as watch videos of, Sarah Robbins, like I mentioned her in that first book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. She has a lot of good training on YouTube. I've watched a couple Eric Worre videos. Les Brown is also really amazing to listen to. If you ever have a down moment in your life, just go listen to Les Brown for like 5 seconds on YouTube and you'll be on top of the world again. Also, someone that I've found recently that makes me feel the same way, her name is Mel Robbins. Like, I just started listening to her this week and I freaking love her, okay? She apparently has like a show on CNN, and I listened to this talk that she was doing on some show like just yesterday, and it was like telling her life story, or not her life story, but just how she got into the business that she's in with all these speaking engagements. And it was super interesting. Like, basically, her and her husband hit rock bottom with a restaurant that they had. They tried to grow and expand too quickly, and they lost like almost $1 million. And she was talking about how like her husband was determined to like turn their life around. And so every morning he would get up at 6 o'clock and he would go, try to figure out how they were going to do this business again and straighten out their finances. And her, when the alarm clock would go off, she like buried herself under the covers and she kept hitting snooze. And then so one day she thought of like counting down and getting up like she was a rocket ship or something. So when her alarm went off, she would count down in her mind like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then she would just like shoot up out of her bed. So she has this book called like the 5-second rule, I think. And she talks about how like in that countdown, you can switch your mind. So it was super interesting. So y'all should check her out. She's pretty amazing. Carrie Wilkerson is also someone that I follow on Facebook. She was at Leaders Retreat last year, and I really just enjoyed her. And she's called, I think, the Barefoot Executive, but I enjoy reading her posts as well. So let's see, who do I follow on Facebook? Now, I kind of broke this up into 2 different lists. So I have like people on our team, like Team I Can Horse, and then people outside of that that are a part of Plexus. So obviously, you should follow or friend our Diamond Upline, Melissa I Can Horse. Hopefully, you're already doing that, but if not, here's a reminder to do that. Erin Bush, I love to follow her and see her post. She's Sapphire and her story is amazing. I love watching her stuff on YouTube as well. I feel like all of her stuff is just like from the heart. So let's see. I also like Katie Jeter. She is on Team I Can Horse. She's a senior gold. I just lost her the first name. Amanda Delholm, I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. She's another person that really tells stories well and speaks from her heart. Heather King, I always enjoy her posts. She's a nurse practitioner, senior gold. Those were just off the top of my head really quickly. Like, I am friends with tons of people on our team, probably most of you on here. That's what I love about, well, one of the things that I love about our business and our company is just how we really are one Plexus. And so you can copy and paste from people, but I really try to use other people's posts as inspiration. I don't feel like I'm very creative or original. Every once in a while I am, but if I can get an idea from someone else and that sparks something in my mind, then that's super helpful for me. Outside of our team, honestly, any Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, I feel like is valuable to follow on Facebook. So I follow a lot of them, some of them that I thought of off the top of my head: Amy Paul, Bridget Ryan, Tamara Holloway, Jessica Heffley. I don't know if anyone's writing these down, I'm kind of going fast. Brooke Hemingway, Rhonda Shaw, Tara Castaneda, and you have to follow Emily Roberts, because when she does live videos, she brings it. She's like just out there, honest, blunt. I love it. It reminds me of myself sometimes. Okay, and then another little secret. I started doing this, I don't know when, not that long ago, maybe a couple months, is y'all know how they send out the weekly emails with the leaders board on them, or yeah, I think that's what they call it, leaders board. Well, I don't disregard those emails. I know it's tempting to think that it's like just junk mail or something, but there's super valuable information from the corporate emails. So what I like to do when there is an email that has the leaders board on it is go and see who are the top enrollers. Not necessarily, I also look at like the top 20 business builders. I can't remember what they call it, something like that. And it's usually like Emerald, Sapphires, or Diamonds, but there's also a section that has the top enrollers for the week. And those are people that are like in serious momentum, rocking their business. So what I like to do is look at that list, jot some names down from it. There's 20 people on the list. And then I go to Facebook and either friend them or follow them and just see. I mean, obviously, if they're on leaders board, they're doing something right. So I got to check that out. So that's something that I like to do. I found a new girl this week that someone had posted about on the leaders group, Ashley Allsgaard. She apparently is blowing up Plexus. She has been on leaders board for like the past 8 weeks or something, which is like amazing. So go follow her. Her last name is Olsgard, Ashley. So, and then another thing that I like to do from the emails is once a month they'll post Silver Stars winners. Yeah, that's what they're called. And those are the people that have helped their team levels 1 through 4 achieve the rank of silver, and they they award the top 3 people from that, and once a month they get to go. Those 3 people get to go out to corporate and get a tour and like massages, and I don't even know what else. But I like to follow those people too, because obviously, again, they're rocking their business, so I got to see what they're up to. I think that is everything I have. I feel like I just sped through it all, but if anyone has any questions, just throw it in the chat, or please hold book up. Oops, sorry, Cindy. Tell me which book. Do you remember? I'm so sorry. Number 2. Number 2 from Network Marketing List, or the Stack of Leadership?
I think it was GoPro.
Okay. GoPro, Eric Worre. Was that the one? There he is. And I bought every single one of these books on Amazon. Amazon Prime is my BFF, and sometimes super dangerous because I can literally order stuff in 2 clicks. So, okay, we got that.
This one is a great book as well.
I have that on audio in my car right now. I got it from the library last week. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, this one is really good. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And it just gives you little tactics to how to reach out to people and how to develop relationships, which is key in this business. Personal relationships. People will join you because they like you and they trust you instead of joining you for the products or the business.
Definitely.
So, relationships are the key factor in this business, and this book is really, really good for that.
I've been learning from that book just how to like make it about other people, and instead of like, if you want to criticize someone, just basically like turning it around into a positive. And that's hard sometimes, no lie. So it's super helpful for me to have that on audio in my car.
Okay.
Anything else? This is fun.
I know when we went to convention in Arizona, Al Schreider, they call him Big Al. He's a really good one when it comes to, I find just strategically like Facebook posting even, and just giving you lines and giving you sort of like a script to kind of follow until you get comfortable actually kind of making your own in a sense. I just early on in my business, I felt like he was really influential in the way I read his books. I had one. I might look it up real quick on Amazon and see what it was. Have
you read this one by
I have
him?
not yet, no.
This, and like it's such an easy read, and I love like his humor and how he describes.
He's so funny.
I think all of his books are fairly easy reads, and that's why I think I like them.
Yes. Yeah, I know. He like the way that he describes the color, like he super exaggerates that color, and like I just found it so hilarious. Someone asked what his name was, so I'll type it in here. Actually, if y'all didn't see on Team I Can Horse, he's actually doing a training for our team, like possibly right this minute. I was told it's being recorded by Krista, or not that she was recording it, but she told me it was being recorded. So definitely plan to check that out. Anything else? Christina answered. Okay. Well, no one is speaking up, so I guess that's it.
Really, really good and helpful. You did a great job, Kenzie. That was awesome.
Thanks. Thank y'all so much for taking some time out of your evening to jump on here. I know everyone is crazy busy this time of year, so thanks.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Okay, hold on for a second, because I want to take a screenshot of all the people on here.
Everybody make a good face.
Okay, hold on.
Give your best angle.
A lot of it's just a bunch of names.
Oh.
That's okay, though. All right, guys.
Thank you.